Yo, this is Earldridge, and for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be telling you about how I made my Prologue EP. Ours is a 3-day journey that started with me driving to Johannesburg CBD to fetch my engineer and producer, or also my close friends. We decided this time that we're going to drop a project. Making the guitar consisted of just me getting in some chords that I thought sounded really pretty. I know the devil's an angel. I know the crocodiles run.
A sad piece of paper on the wall, but you know what it is. This might change, you know. If this might change.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the
Would I
one you
lose my
live.
will and drive if I travel too far to see no lights on the other side of me?
You guys are very punctual. Very punctual.
We're usually late. Today we were early. We respect you.
We respect your platform, okay? We work hard here.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Anyway, you guys good?
We're good, man. What? We are fantastic.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Welcome to the, I think it's 11th now. Yeah, welcome to the 11th episode of the Breakdown. Today we have Earldridge and his mates, the ones he was involved with in making his project called Prologue. Now, this guy is one of my favorite male artists. Serious, bro. Serious, like.
You say that to everyone in every interview.
No, dog.
This oak interviewed Manana, dog.
You ain't even banana, then you're not saying nah.
No, listen. That keyword is male, right? Male. I'm saying, because if you watch the previous episode, I mostly listen to females, right? And I was saying, my second favorite male R&B artist. Now, if you just check the previous episode, I interviewed my male role model, so he's obviously number one. And then I say, you right now, you've been my second favorite, male artist. So yeah, I'm not capping.
Why you guys have to downgrade me?
We're not saying
These guys are haters.
we're not haters. Okay, we're not haters. It's just
it's
it's fine. Yes, your favorite R&B artist.
We're happy to be here.
So where you guys from? Because do you know each other like from way back, or you just linked up when you're making the project?
It started like it's actually like a 2-year journey of like a long distance romantic situation. I met my friend Banele, who is my engineer on
BTAudio. Okay.
Yeah, BTAudio. We met through WhatsApp through a different artist, and then we started by, he linked me with Lihle, who's Jiggy Stapes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Executive. And then after he linked me with him, we started by making one single. And then it was like it was a weird process because at the time we were just like strangers to each other. We sent each other music, and then from then on I think we like developed a friendship. And then after like I think a year of being like online texting, we met up for like a session. In that session, that's where we made the nyama of the project.
Yeah. And you guys are like a talent factory, because I checked out Jiggy Stapes Instagram, and that's where I found Tiamo and Ian Black. How did you meet them? And is it only them, or there's actually more artists that you've worked with and had your hand in?
Okay, so basically, I was mixing a project for this other guy, right?
Yeah.
And he had Tiamo as a feature.
Yeah.
Before this call, before we started the call, we were on a video chat with Tiamo.
Shout out
Yeah.
to
Shout out to Tiamo. She has good music. She doesn't want a job. Someone must sell her this job. She's hating. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I was mixing this guy's project, and I heard Tiamo, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, which one is this one? Who is this now, dog? And I was like, bro, this is Tiamo. And then on the day, this guy was actually at my house. And we ended up, he played me some of the songs on SoundCloud. Yeah. And I was like, this girl is not going to answer my DM. And I ended up just sending the DM.
Yeah.
And then she didn't answer for like, I think like 6-7 days, bro. Yeah. And then I was like, I called this guy and I'm like, this guy's not answering. This girl's not answering. And then he called her. I think he called her or texted her. And then she ended up answering, be like, oh, so sorry. I didn't mean to, I was just been busy. And then we exchanged numbers and then we started talking on WhatsApp. And from there, it was just fluid. And then with Leanne, this guy found Leanne on Instagram. And she had just dropped like a 2-song playlist track type of a thing. Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, dog. It was a song called LSD. And I was like, yo, dude. And like, who is this, bro?
Yeah.
And then sent the Instagram and then I hit her up. And then after hitting her up, we ended up starting to work, and that's when I don't think they know about the session we had recently. No one. Yeah, but that's when it happened, and then we ended up having like a session at this guy's house like a couple of months ago, and we're just gonna have another one later on in the year, hopefully.
Oh, great, bro! I can't wait for that. Bro, you were like down bad when you made broke, né? Like I still broke.
Yeah.
Are you still broke?
I think when I was making it, it was a sense of when I was writing it at first.
Yeah.
I was trying. I usually my songwriting processes. I usually start with like a poem, and then I just write like 2 poetic statements. Like, what can I say that is like, you know what I mean? Just deep.
Catch you. So
So the first thing I wrote was, I treat my time like a check, right? And then I was thinking like, what can I base a song around? And then as I start writing the song, I'm like, I'm gonna center it around being broke money-wise. And being broke in terms of having time for people as well. I think it was around the time where I was losing a lot of friends. Like,
Happy.
And then at the same time, I was losing a lot of time trying to keep these people around.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, how fun would it be to make a song about telling people that, hey, the money situation is tough, but you know what I mean? There's no one else also to support the finance.
It's not easy.
It's definitely not easy.
It's not easy.
Being an artist in Johannesburg, man.
Yes, like these projects want budgets that we don't have.
Dude, like for real, like last year, December, I think I spent 5K on a project that is not even out yet. Dude, it's not even out yet. It won't be out.
You have a bigger budget than us. Your budget is bigger than ours.
Dude, like
not even 5 times, dog. Like it's way bigger than ours.
That also helps having people who like maybe friends or people that you're close to, so you don't have to pay for everything. I think that's another thing. How does Earl work? Like, I'm not asking you, bro. I'm asking them. How does like a normal session go, according to you guys?
He has our salaries on his hand. So we're just gonna say, no, this man is a genius. You send him a beat and already it's recorded and he sends it to you. Actually, because a lot of the time, Jiggy sends a beat, and then Earl will write on his own. Like that's like a process that we use for the prologue and the process we're using now for what we're working on. So he sends, because we live so far away from each other. Jiggy makes a beat and then he sends it to Earl. Earl writes, and then as soon as Earl writes, he sends it to me. Okay. Then I listen and then break his heart a bit, and then he goes back and he fixes.
That's what he means to say.
Yeah, so we're not bullies. It's just like
he starts feeling like he's what is it? That guy Randall on Idols.
He's that guy. Every team needs that guy. Definitely.
Yeah, he does every week. He's never Unati or anything. It's just Randall consistent.
Okay, they're making me sound like a monster, but I'm not. So it's a simple thing of just saying, yo, Oak, this thing is not there yet. Try change this. Try change this. And at first, when he started working, he recently told me this, that he was very resistant towards that. Like, it was like, so he was very reluctant to send. But now it's become more of a, like it has more of a flow. When I'm really not sure about something, because I also have my certain tastes and preferences, I'll send it to Jiggy, and he's more level-headed. Like he'll listen to it and sit with it. So recently, he'll send something and I'll sit on it for a bit. Then I'll be like, okay, dog, let's try this, or it's fine just the way it is. You know, and basically a lot of the time he's alone. But when we are in session, I don't think there's a specific order for anything. Like Jiggy will have something, or Earl will have an idea, and then we'll basically build around that. And then from there, add on to lyrics and concepts and try and see how we bring it together. Like,
how am I in those sessions? How am I?
Do you want to be embarrassed on a public platform?
I'm just chilling, bro. Just chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything else, I think Earl in sessions, he's proactive. And in comparison to, like, we've worked with a bunch of other people, they are also proactive, but it's people want to catch a vibe first and do this. But with Earl, it's a thing of, okay, what do we have? Let's start working, and then the vibes will catch up later when the song comes together. So in comparison to like working with other people, it's more on par, and it's really cool. It's jokes, and you think that there's people are crying when you listen to some of the songs that are recorded, but no, legit, there's just laughing all over the place and just weird jokes. But yeah, he puts in the work. He like puts in the work.
Definitely.
This oak doesn't sleep. The only time I don't sleep is like the mixing process close to the end, but like in session, these are the oaks that don't sleep at all. This oak doesn't sleep at all.
And how long did it take? This question is actually way down, but anyway, how long did it take to master the project? To mix and master the project? Like, did it take long? And did you were there a few songs that maybe had problems and you had to remove them? Or there was
this one song with like violins. Like there was this other song. What is it again?
No,
but what is the verse? But you ain't listening to my side. It was a nice song, but
the message, I think, was one of the issues
of putting it together properly. So now, also at the same time, it had like a very, like when I started mixing, man, I was mixing on the most crappy laptop. Remember, I'm not budget. There's no budget. So like, it's not even 2 gigabytes of RAM.
Damn.
Like it was terrible, dude. The only pack I had was like
the channel
Fab filter.
Fab
filter. I have Fab filter plugins, and I mixed legit the whole of Prologue on that laptop. Now I have another laptop. But thank the God above. Hallelujah. So basically, with that one song, the reason it didn't make it was because it wasn't done. And I think even if we tried so many different things, like we tried featuring so many different peoples on that song, but it just didn't work out, man. Like it really just didn't work out.
So you just left it. Are you gonna try to remake it, or just you can do better than?
We can try, but I think
for now, I think it's only the verse that's
solid. That's on there. Now we just need to. You see, at least Banana watches your thing. Maybe Banana. But yeah, in terms of answering your other question, how long it took to mix it, with Fool's Gold, for example. On the day when we recorded the hook, like it took very long. Fool's Gold took long. It took 2 days to make. And then I think on the night where we recorded the hook, at like 12 a.m. to like 2 a.m. I was working on the harmony. So I touched up on certain things like automations and all that. And then after we were done recording, man, when I took it home, when the session was done and I took it home, I think it took a good 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks to mix the entire project.
By February we were done with
by February we were done. By the time we uploaded, and we uploaded like super late, like probably like it was 8 days before, 7 days before.
It was a gamble. It was we uploaded it on a Sunday, I think.
So it can drop next week.
But then then we moved it again. That
Then you remove
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we had to remove it. Oh, that's another
Why?
story. Yo!
It's another thing.
It's another thing. That story.
That's
Oh
the
my
standard.
goodness, bro.
Why did you have to
like-
remove it?
Oh, what happened was we were working with this. Shout out to
Nezi and Alexis.
Nezi and the Alexis team. You know, we good
Yeah.
now. But what had happened was that we had worked on the song, and then after he was finished mixing it, we now uploaded the song, right? And then we sent them the final version that we had finished mixing for them to listen to.
Yeah,
you
after
liked,
we had
right?
uploaded.
Yeah. But I think they didn't listen to it at first before we sent.
Yeah, they didn't listen
They didn't
to
listen
it
to it
until like
later on.
later on,
When
yeah.
we had uploaded, they listened to it, and then a manager, when she listened to it, she was like, "Hey, there's
An ad-lib
there's
missing.
an ad lib. There's one part
Bro.
in the back where she goes,
One ad-lib.
One ad-lib, bro. Legit, we got an email saying, okay, at the same time, I should have been more vigilant, but you gotta understand, like, around that time, we were going back to school. Me and this man were going back to school, and we're starting online school like the next day. Like, I remember that night I was up with Earl. We were waiting for this girl to answer. Everyone was up, and I texted this guy, and I'm like, yo, dude, you're gonna need a new song.
and it was the time difference as well.
The time difference, because
So,
they in New York, and
so
we
yeah,
here
right
right now.
Yeah, because I
It was like 5
remember.
o'clock there.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I remember
So-
the other. Sorry. Yeah, you can continue.
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 Because I remember this other time I was looking for Nezi to tag. I think I'd done a section where I included you in, and then I was checking out for Nezi, and then I see she's in London or in New York or somewhere. I was like, okay, this can't be the Nezi.
That location as well.
Like,
We spent that whole night.
we spent that whole night waiting for them to get back to approve it.
Wait, were
Yeah.
they at that party or something?
No,
Yeah.
I think Alexis was it. The only person who needed to approve it was Alexis. That's my homegirl, Alexis.
That's the
We-
manager.
that's the manager. She's cool. We cool now. We talk now on Instagram and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so basically, we were just waiting for her to approve that song.
Mm.
But I legit missed that ad-lib, because what happened was I mixed Earl's vocals, right?
Yeah.
And then I sent over the song. After I sent over the song, Alexis, who also engineers Nezi stuff, she was like, yo, send me Earl's vocals too. And then I sent like a session, basically. I sent the whole session to her.
Oh yeah.
And then she because she had to cut stuff because the song was actually longer, but Nezi's verse was shorter. So then Nezi basically recorded like on the cut beats and stuff like that, so it's shorter. And then they sent it back to me. So Alexa sent it back to me so I can just basically tone out everything else in the end. Basically just to touch it up so that everything is cohesive. And then I bounced the whole song as a wave so I can start mastering.
Technical, man.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. So it's not that technical. So I start mastering, and then we upload. And then I'm like, oh damn, we need to send it. And then we send it to her, and then she was like, there's an ad-lib missing. I get an email, bro, that says season assist or something like that from lawyers. Good to know. You can't drop this thing.
If you upload, we're going to sue. And at the time, we tried to negotiate with them because we're like, no, don't stress.
It's just an ad-lib. No one's gonna notice.
Send it to everybody. Everybody loves the song. Your artist is covered.
Yeah.
So we thought we would ignore her after this. Then we ignored her. And then that's when she sent the email. And she was like, he's shy if you don't fix this thing.
And bro, we just came out of weeks of mixing. Like we were legit
bro.
back and
We were
forth
tired.
jobs. We were tired, bro. The next day I'm starting school. Like I am done. Like I'm tired.
We don't have time for distribution. We couldn't now remove the project because on the platforms when you upload an EP, they say you have to upload it at least like what? 2 weeks or 4 weeks
before.
And this was days before where we had to cancel.
I think we were left with like our time period was very short. So for us to now withdraw the project meant that it was gonna do. We don't know what
timelines are gonna be weird.
And I think at that time you already started promoting.
The rollout's already started.
So the date was already set, like the 7th of February.
We couldn't take it back. So
it was even a spiritual date, 7th of February. 7 is the number of completion in the Bible. It was.
So we stayed up the whole night from like I think from 10 o'clock until
like
maybe
5.
Yeah, I think I slept at 5.
Yeah,
because at that time I texted him. I'm like, yo, dude, we need a new song.
And wake him up, and then they just
he's producing a new song. Because we were legit at like 2 a.m. We were legit like fed up. We were like, we're not having this anymore.
We were rotating.
1 minute Earl was like, we don't need the song. And then when he was calm, I was like, we don't need the song. We'll get another song.
I think it was like the first, what is it like from the period from like, let's say 10 o'clock. No, I think 11. to mid to like 1 a.m. I was almost losing my cool. I was like, you know, screw these people. Let's destroy this thing. Let's make a new song. We don't need these people. We don't need, and then you dog, relax. Maybe they'll sort it out. Then when 2 a.m. hits, I was like, you know what, dog? I've had my coffee. I feel better. I ate. You know what I'm saying? I'm calm. Then that's when he was like, you know what? You don't care about our time. Hey. Then we had to like try and negotiate it. And I just thought like, hey,
this song needs to be
this
there.
song is dope. You know what I mean? We could not put this. So.
But in hindsight, if that hadn't happened, one of the songs on the EP wouldn't have been there because that's when we got the beat for that other song, which is the song with Tiamo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that song. Okay, let me first start with Delight. No, let me let me talk about let me actually talk about the song with Tiamo. The song with Tiamo, right? That song, I actually, when I listened to it, dog, like I actually cried. Like I listened to it 5 times, bro. I listened to it 5 times. When I discovered you, like I listened to it once, and I was like, okay, shit, not enough. Twice, 3 times, 4 times. After like 4 times, I started like tears. Okay, not full out crying, but like a tear came out. And then I messaged Cindy, this other great chick I work with, and then I messaged Lesiba. I was like, dude, you have to listen to this guy. You have to like. I was going all around and be like, you know what, this guy has to be heard. So yeah, that was my reaction to that song, you know. And also about Delight, I actually had a question about that. You know, it's I was saying it's kind of unconventional how you release the Delight. Like it's really dope. Another thing is that it's kind of has a lot of tags, you know, and there's a stigma around, you know, using downloaded beats. Did you really like the song so much that, you know what, even though there's, you know, there's tags in the shit, I'm gonna drop it, you know?
We paid for it. To be clear, we paid for that beat.
The producer sent us. We paid, and then hey, we tried to snake the producer out of the negotiating prices. He was not budging, but when he sent us the beats, we paid for it, then he sent us the beat with no tags.
With no tags.
But I think we liked
the tag, the sound of the tags already.
It was just such a nice tag.
You know when you've lived with something for long already, so changing it is.
It's like we listened to the song without the tag so much that we're used to it. So I just thought, you know what, this tag. I never thought about the tag.
Yeah. After a while, it's part of the song, you know. Like
So I think there is a can I say a weird stigma around people using internet beats, but I think going into like this new age of where we're now so connected through the internet, it's I think it's a very nice stage now that people get to, you know what I'm saying, to do that. And I think for me it's like, I don't know, I feel like we should be more comfortable with hearing that as now more artists become more indie and
definitely
continue to use internet beats. So I think if the more I think people do it, the more comfortable people get used to it, it becomes a style. And I think people have less to be ashamed of and spending money that they don't have to pay for.
Because imagine if the song goes big, you both now winning, you and your producer with the tag.
So I think it's just that. It's like
and also it's like when you get on these beats, like I don't know, like Earl has a special way of making it sound like it's an original beat.
He was gliding on it, bro. Gliding.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gets on it. I mean, even now, there are beats from the internet we've recorded on where sometimes it gives you direction of where you're taking the sound for a project or whatever it is. And all you have to do is just legit get exclusive licensing or the licensing for the beats, get the leader stuff out the way proper with the producer and tag them. And then that's it. It's the same process as, it's just different to working with Jiggy in the same room, you know? And at the same time, it helps do like connects. Like Earl emails these guys and has communication with them and tries to build a relationship, you know, where you can have those original beats everybody now wants, you know, at the same time.
Yeah, and talking about Manana, like guys, I was even surprised that nigga replied. Like so bro, like what the fuck? Because I have a friend, right? And she wanted to work with him. He didn't reply, right? And then I was already expecting, you know, to be nice. Mara, I just did it.
doesn't even give you the privilege
Bruh.
of that eye thing.
That
on
I think
Instagram
to
with
see
the
because it's
reds
been
and-
seen. Dude, I mean, dog, he's a Grammy Award-winning writer. Oh,
Bruh.
Man, I'm
Dude.
biggest fan here.
I went up.
Bruh.
Guys, come
Like-
on. Have you heard it? It's better on a Sunday. morning.
Bruh. So like when I got the email, I was like, shit. You know,
Yeah.
you know. So like sometimes I wish like I was very learned. You know, I have friends. One of them I call him the musical professor, and then there's this other guy called Yaz. Yaz, a student. He has this other podcast called All That Jazz. You know, like those guys are so good with the music terminology. Like dog, me, I just know if something is dope, it's dope, and that was, you know, Earl, you're so good, bro. So you know what, ne?
Yeah.
We've been having so much fun. Like the questions, you know, like I have a template. I have a timeline of how questions go.
It's
You know,
good.
the way this interview flew,
Now I hear.
a lot of the questions, you know, got so mixed up and all that shit, you know.
Now I understand. Just flowing.
Yeah. And I was listening to Roses the other time. It has sometimes I feel like you have that Brent Faiyaz influence. I don't know, but especially in Roses, I felt it. Is he maybe an inspiration for you or something like that? Or who inspires you with your music?
Funny enough, I'm inspired by what can I say? I'm inspired mostly by, this is gonna sound very weird to say it.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I'm really, really inspired for a song, it happens when I go on Instagram, né?
Yeah.
And then I see like a girl who I'll never have in my life. It just sparks something inside me. And then like it's not a song that I write now chasing the girl, but it's like now it inspires me to now like try push myself to try like, you know, like I always make it seem like, okay, I'm trying to impress this person. What do I do? So that's one thing that inspires me. And then what I'm mostly inspired by is I think people like Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Like that wave, like it's something I was really on. And then some British indie artists like Bakar, who like really
Bakari
with guitar.
Oh yeah.
No, his name is Bakar. Yeah. And then, yeah. And then I think at the time it was I was listening to a lot of Solange. So I was listening to a place where I was like, I'm not making a Solange song, but I think I'm making something that's very different from who I am. So I think those like I think at that particular year I was just inspired to be different from that said group of artists. Yeah. And I think that's how I was making songs like Roses, because I was just like,
who's that girl, bro?
Hey.
You interact a lot with Tiamo, so like I've been thinking, you know, hey,
who did you
think
it was?
interact a lot with Tiamo, so I was been thinking that,
that is our sister. That is our hey. That is hey.
One of the tunes.
Don't implicate me in that.
Come on.
You know what, ne? To build trust. Let me say my crush, ne? She's also doing music, and then you say your crush, right?
Okay.
Is that a deal?
Yeah. A deal.
Okay. My crush, she's a KZN R&B artist, MJ. You know her? Probably don't know.
MJ. Let me go on Instagram. What's the tag?
What the fuck? This nigga's gonna research it.
Yeah, we want to see. Yeah, we want to see. Oh.
Okay, MJ, and then put SUM, and then you're just gonna find it. MJ, and then put SUM.
SUM.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the full name.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, she is very good looking.
No wonder you have a crush.
No wonder.
And she's very good at what she does.
You must DM her after.
Is she good?
Very good, dog. Very so good that I actually started working with a producer. You know.
Are you working with a producer for the music or?
No. And I actually started working with him. For the music, bro. For the music, I definitely won't do those moves, bro. If it happens, it happens. you know.
Yeah, you mustn't be a weird oak. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, let's have a studio session.
That's a crazy way to orchestrate things.
You know what I was doing, man?
Hey, but that's how some niggas move, bro. Some niggas move.
If you are oak and you do that, you need to stop it because you make it hard to collaborate with other people.
Yeah, definitely. And our industry a lot of mostly women artists, so you can't be doing that, bro. Can't be doing that.
Yeah, today.
You have to be professional.
Yeah,
but hey,
proper professional.
Yeah.
You can't.
And you see, another thing is like when after the session we like posted stuff that we were in studio with Leanne and Tiana. Then those people were like,
you understand?
So we try to remove that thing as well.
That whole type of like legit in that like in the studio. Like I don't want to say they were the part of the boys, but they were our oaks in that moment. Like there was no type of respect. There was a lot of respect for what they do, and we can't just be out here on some. You know, you can't be a weird oak out here. Like it's just not right.
It's a thing of respect because I think a lot of the time you have very attractive women in studio. And I think what you do outside studio, that's on you. But I think in the space way, if I say to like a girl like out of let's say Tiama or Leanne, if I say come to studio, what I really want to do is I want to make music with you.
Yeah, it's about making it, you know.
Yeah. And I want to show you that you can respect me and you can trust me and we can you know what I mean.
We can operate.
Yeah, we can operate because I think it's a fine line. You know what I mean? Because it's very easy to get lost in the juices of
the writing, because it's very emotional when you're writing about certain things.
It's very vulnerable. So I think in studio, I would say it's a negative thing because it's kind of taking advantage of, or can I say,
of the situation and
outside studio, it is what it is.
And you must
I'm
also
on
remember
Instagram right now, right? So I'm ready to check your crushes IG, bro. I'm ready right now. Like,
we even
we're trying to deviate to not tell this who our crushes are.
I was trying to. Okay, let's see. A crush. I'll give you a celebrity crush.
No, dog. No. I get easy.
Paula win order.
Who is right? Easy.
Just you.
It's everyone.
Okay, wait. You know what? Let's just okay. I think we have like 8 minutes left. So let's just say Earl, and then
we haven't talked about anything else.
Let's get what?
Let's say Earl, and then we'll continue like with I think 2 more questions that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
My crush is this Belgian supermodel. That's it. Her name is Melody. That's it. Hey,
Melody.
Actually, let me take that back.
Melody.
Oh, edit this one out.
that light-skinned fashionista.
I think see the problem is, Nick. Your sister follows me now. You're on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cut it. You must cut that part out. You must edit it out.
I won't mind, dog. I'll stand by my ground. I'll be like, really, I said your name. What are you gonna do about it? I'm a Nigerian prince. I'm rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we just so much extend this interview, Jay. You must extend it.
This is actually cool. Like I really feel like I could chill with you guys all day and make music and shit. Yeah. So I can't even see my notes right now.
Oh
yeah.
The vibes are immaculate.
Yeah. So my favorite song is actually Easy. It's like after listening to Prologue for so long, it's Easy. Like that's my song. And then there's Wish I Could See You, and then there's Fool's Gold, and then there's Broke, and then like I really love your music, bro. Like you make my favorite type of music. Like I personally love soul music. Most of the time it's mostly soul, and I really feel like you also rap and you're actually good at it. But I also feel like you should. I feel like
Kendrick Earl.
I really feel like soul music, that lane, you know, could be your niche. You know, you could really grow in that pocket, and you could do. The sky's the limit. I'm really telling you right now. You know, and so yeah. So plug me with whatever you guys are doing. Like Jiggy, what are you doing? BT, what are you doing? Like, what's going on right now with you guys?
Right now, mostly because like at this moment we focused on like school.
Yeah,
you know, it's like we both in matric, so like that's the issue now, or that's what we focused on now. But like outside of that, I think we both of us can't wait to finish because we're so happy about what's happening after matric, all of the stuff that we're gonna work on after. So yeah, I think that's what's really that's what we're looking forward to right now.
Same thing. I think it's school, but in the works, like underneath, we're really trying to operate. What we're trying to do is we're trying to work on Tiamo's project, and we're trying to work on Leanne's project. If she lets us. If she lets us. Hey, that's a story for another day.
But Leanne, hey, let them work on the project. I'm gonna
Leanne,
I'm gonna make a snippet. These guys are dope. These guys are dope. Leanne, Tiamo, let them work on your project. You know,
yeah.
Well, production team.
We're basically trying to operate those projects, but I think in trying to, like, we do call them and we talk and we're trying to and figure it out. Now the only thing is we just need to get started, but it's kind of tricky when we have to study for exams and trying to make things blend. So I was on a call with Earl, like a week or two ago, and I was like, you know what, Doug, you should start having writing sessions with about Tiamo. And then record the stuff, and later we'll come in and just mix things around and see how we can put it together and actually start to put the projects together and see how it come out. It's gonna take a while, but and we're also working on his next project, which
a mixtape.
It's a mixtape, but initially it's what we were working on. So basically, I could say that Prologue
is a derivative
of what we were doing now. Basically, which one? Is it the first or the second one? So basically, we're working on this mixtape, Earl, but it's not really something new that just came out of the mind. It's what we were initially working on instead of Prologue. So Prologue was just a short left with songs that were supposed to with like throwaways that were supposed to be on this mixtape that's coming in now. I think that Earl's next project is going to be really special, but you shouldn't expect it anytime soon. It's going to take very long.
2 months, chance. 2 months.
Like, let's say next year, you know, next year. Yeah.
If we are lucky, if we are lucky to finish it. Because the sounds the sounds are so complex and just in terms of how we're trying to do it. And it needs a budget. And so when you don't have a budget, things take way longer. You know, but it's gonna come. I think it's gonna come together beautifully. Apart, if Leanne lets us work on the project, you should expect hers sooner. And Tiamo, if she lets us work on her project, well, she said it's just a thing of time. It's just a thing of time and putting it together properly.
Situationship like Snow Allegra type.
You know what? So I think those projects are stuff you should expect, and I think you should expect a project from Earl's friend Nashe soon.
Okay.
I think in like he's here. He's been here the whole time actually.
Oh, okay. Away, bro. Away.
I think he's in a good place now to work on a project. He's also a dope artist.
One of my favorites. My inspirations.
I think that one you should expect to like next year. That's the one you should expect next year. But hey, we don't know when we're gonna start like working on them proper because right now it's kind of tricky because it's dribs and drabs. It's like, yo, don't wanna bring the idea, boy.
You thank you guys so much. Like, I definitely want a second interview, maybe in a few months' time or next year.
Definitely.
This is totally dope. I've never laughed so much. So thank you guys. This is the 11th episode of the Breakdown with Earl, with BT, and with Jiggy Stapes, and we're out.
Stapes.